Hello, I'm Jake and welcome back to the Hobby Model Maniacs channel. Now, I've been working on something for the last couple of months and here it is. This is my first go at scratch building a RC model boat. Now, the boat in question is a fictional boat out of a video game called Just Cause 2, and the boat's actually called Trat, Tang-Mo. Now, it's kind of a cargo barge. I am going to put some footage up for you now just so you can see what it's basically going to look like when it's finished. So I'm hoping it looks something like that, but that's the basic idea of what I have here. Now this is very early stages, just basically a skeleton at the moment of the cargo barge that I'm building, and I'm actually at the stage now where I'm looking at getting the motors fitted and props. That's my next step. Once I get that done, I can start working out how I'm gonna build at the sides and do some paneling and all that stuff. One thing I was actually looking at doing was using metal or tin, but I think that idea is out the window at the moment. I don't think it's gonna work as well. Let's stick with something simple, being my first scratch built model boat. And I want it to float, I don't want it to sink, because unlike the game, this one's going to be carrying some cars. Now, I love my classic cars. When I'm not working on building models, I'm in the garage working on my cars. And I'm actually restoring a classic Fiat 500 like this one right now, which is my 6th classic Fiat 500, along with a Porsche 924. And yeah, we got a few cars going on at the moment. But in the game, it only really carries, the barge only really carries crates and barrels and that. But on my model, it's going to be carrying model cars, mainly Fiat 500s like this. And I should be able to get about 9 of these on and maybe 1 or 2 other cars, which is pretty cool. So just to give you an idea of that, well, the cars doesn't actually fit on that at the moment, but let me bring the camera down to a closer look so I can explain it a bit better. So here's just a closer look at it for you all. Now, I don't really know how well this will come up on camera, but it's made out of MDF, probably not everyone's first choice for an RC boat, but it's what I had lying around, and to be honest, it's very strong once it's all glued together, and there's still a few more bits to be done to it, so it's not exactly finished yet. A load of these blocks are going in across the sections, and everything's been measured out. I originally done some drawing of like blueprints and that to figure out how I would do this, and going from the pictures in the game that I had taken as well. So yeah, this is where I'm at. And like I said, the next step is actually fitting motors. Well, the motor will go here, one either side, twin motors, twin rudder, twin prop, obviously. And then the rest of it is just going to be, well, these will be all hollow. There's nothing to go in these because the top deck will be put in. And then obviously where the storage will be under the giant canopy. Now, the storage on the game is actually crates and barrels and stuff like that. But I want to use cars because I love classic cars, and especially Fiat 500s. I'm actually restoring my 6th one now in the garage. So I love them. So I'm going to put a couple of them on here with crates and, a few other bits. Stuff you would find on a barge somewhere, Vietnam way, somewhere in Asia. Just a barge full of random stuff, really. Cars that are quite banged up like that. They're not going to be all this clean when I've finished with them. They're going to be detailed up and everything. But it should look really cool. And everything is 100% scratch built, so even the deck's going to be, all the boards are going to be cut individually, and it's going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight, and this has been in this state for about 4 or 5 months now because so much going on. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to sharing this all with you. It's something I wanted to start years ago and I just didn't have the know-how. I really didn't. And I still don't, to be honest with you all. Just to give you an idea of the size, it's 4 feet in length. So there you have it. That is Trat Tang-Mo, my first scratch-built model boat. Now, I can't say that an update's going to be next week, a week after, a month from now. I honestly do not know. With family life as well, it's a little bit hard to get progress done on anything these days. And my main focus before my operation is to actually get the classic Fiat 500 in the garage up to, well, get as much done as possible before I go into my op. So that's my main focus at the moment. But when I'm after my operation, I ain't gonna be able to spend time working on the cars for a while, so I will be working on this. And I will be doing little bits here and there to this as well. I will get an order of the motors up. I think I'm going to use the Carson Poison motors that I've always used for the RC trucks. They work really well on my other RC boats, so I think 2 of them in here is going to be fine. And I'll order the rudders as well, because that is my next step really, to make sure I can get all these props in and everything and go from there. But yeah, this is Trat Tang-Mo, and I can't wait to share more with you. Everything's got to be 100% scratch built, apart from the cars, because the cars will be either Brago or, you know, Tamiya kits, car kits, I don't know yet. But I do want at least six to 9 classic 500s on here, along with, you know, mopeds and bits like that. Stuff, as I mentioned before, stuff you would see in like Vietnam, Asia, those kind of countries. So yeah, but that's where I'm at. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I will be back as soon as I've made some progress on this this project. Bye for now.